Well, hello.
Hello, how you doing?
Hello.
That's the start, everybody. That's the start of the first chat ever. Hello.
Nice. Yeah.
Let's go.
Hello. How you doing, Treacle? Good to meet you.
How's everyone?
Yeah,
Pretty good.
Yeah, all right, mate.
Yeah.
So we're gonna as we've got Rise around the corner. Let's do a little roundup of Monster Hunter World. So, who wants to start?
How do you mean roundup?
Just like when you first right. So, did you buy on launch?
Oh yeah, of course I did. Yeah. I have with every monster in the game.
So, were you there like as soon as you could get it? Like, did you get digital?
I was outside my local game shop waiting for the store to open so I could pick up my pre-ordered copy the very second it opened.
I was
believe
playing
it
it
was-
digital.
Oh, you got digital? I believe it was winter for me as well, and it was fucking freezing. If I remember rightly.
I mean, I remember downloading it, and I remember it was about I couldn't sleep the morning before, and I got up at like 4 o'clock in the morning or something stupid. It was straight downstairs, straight in the front room, turned it all on, and I was just like, right, let's go. And then I'd work at 9, and I was just like, it was the worst thing ever. And but it was such a beautiful game, and I managed to get so many like people who'd never been into the series before into World, and I think that's the one thing that I actually do generally like about World is the fact that so many new players came into it. Because I mean, like Chief, if World was your first, so how was it for you, like coming in like on your first Monster World?
Shoot on. Coming in, I didn't really know what to expect, to be honest. I had a friend who introduced me to the game, so I kind of just saw the trailer, thought the game looked interesting, thought I'd give it a go, and shoot, I kind of just fell in love with it.
Yeah.
So I mean, I really didn't know what to expect coming in hunting monsters, just everything. I had no clue whatsoever.
But did you like sort of take to it quite easily? I mean, I know that sort of LawnixTV's like previous like
It's
series
hard.
Yeah, it's
hard.
not. It's not forgiving.
Yeah, at first I went through all the weapons and kind of thought what I kind of just went through them all, thought I'd feel most comfortable with. I started out Insect Glaive and kind of just helped me out quite a bit. I felt like just dodging, I mean being able to go mid like with the air combat, I should say. That really helped me out. I mean,
yeah.
I feel like big time. It was it was a difficult learning aspect at first, but I don't know. It got pretty easy. After a while.
Yeah, because it definitely. So when you know what you're doing, it's definitely a lot easier after. So I found with World, there was a lot more hand holding.
Like, oh yeah, definitely a lot more.
100% more.
Yeah, that's what I have also heard, that World was it was a lot easier to get into than previous games.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
I mean, like World, you put on a piece of armor that's got a point in attack, and that's it. You've got a point in attack. In the previous games, you put on a piece of armor that's got a point in attack. You still need like another 19 points to really make it of that. It ain't doing shit until you've got the right amount of points.
Oh, that was like, I think that was the worst thing.
Tell you though. Yeah. It don't even tell you that that's the thing.
No, like you have no clue. No clue.
You just sort of got to get used to it and wing it and hope that you're doing everything right.
And obviously you had like the dual RNG as well. Like that was not nice.
I mean, when I first started playing, I was carding all the time. I mean, all the time.
Everybody does.
I feel like until you like triple cart, like you haven't played Monster Hunter. It's like a rite of passage. You have
still triple cart now. That's a daily occurrence.
I feel bad as soon as I put on insurance and I've done a quad cart and I'm like, oh shit. I need to stop playing this game. I'm really bad. Like,
insurance, safeguard, take them all.
The works. Give me everything. Like, you're crying out loud. But I think one thing that was a big thing for World was the no load. Like, fact that there was no loading screens
between each area on your map and all that.
I think,
however, the loading screens did bring up some comedy moments in all the games.
Yes.
So my missus knew that someone was coming into the area that we were in and threw a dung bomb towards the entrance. And it was timed perfectly. It's like they loaded into the area for a split second. The dung bomb smacked him in the face. The flinch knocked him back into the area they'd just come from. It is the funniest stuff I have ever seen. It will never be replicated ever again.
There was a lot of pluses to like loading screens though. I mean, like for instance, if you're in a if you're in a bad way, like you can just have a quickly nip out, have a drink, because like this whole stonk thing afterwards.
I know.
No, that was such a ball ache. Such a ball ache.
You catch me doing that all the time.
Like, there was so many like good quality of lives, like the fact that you could move and actually have a potion, like, or anything like that, like
sharpen mainly.
Yes, that was very lovely. And obviously, like no having to carry pickaxes, no having to carry like bug nets, wet stones. Like that was nice to save up a bit of room in inventory, which always got filled up anyway. But
yeah, definitely.
Like, that was nice. But obviously, with a new. Obviously, it was it's 5th gen of Monster now, isn't it? Because the whole 5th Fleet thing, What was that about the 5th gen? Obviously, we've got a load of new, fresh, tasty monsters. So, out of World alone, what would you say was your favorite aesthetic of a monster? Never mind like favorite hunt, but like the best design for the new. And it could be obviously World or Iceborne because it's all wraps into one. So.
Damn, that is
shoot,
a tough one.
I can hear the cogs turning.
That is it. We are both just completely stumped. Question 1, test over, failed. Go on.
Right, guys. Thanks for the discussion. We'll catch you in a fortnight. We'll see you later.
That's a hard. Are we just going world-based monsters, or just from the old ones that are previously?
Well, obviously, it being your first, so I'll tell you what, for you, as they're all new monsters for you, anything that was in World or Iceborne for you.
Oh.
I mean, personally, for me, it would have to be Toby Gadashi. Like, I love the aesthetic of it, like the electric squirrel snake kind of thing, like jumping on the walls, like kind of Kezu-esque vibes of like going on stuff and things like that, which I quite liked. But I mean, obviously, it wasn't. Kezu is Kezu, but. I like
killing me, Blue, because you just widened my variety.
Well, in that case, we're back to World with you then, Sunshine. But no, for me personally, on an aesthetics point of view, it would have to be Toby. I loved how Toby looked. I loved just like when it enraged and it all sort of like fuzzled up, and I thought it was really good, really good. Really enjoyed Toby, and it wasn't a bad fight either.
Yeah, the fight's pretty good. It's not bad. But its subspecies, on the other hand, can go die in a fire.
Yeah, I'm with you on that 100%.
That thing has got worst attacks and statuses and everything ever.
Yeah,
I do not like that.
Like literally, you know where the door is, Viper. Get the fuck out, all right? Seriously, I'm done with you.
It brought back the old poison from GU that Raytheon did, and your health just tick.
That deadly poison, like
and then there's a chance you could get paralysis and then you're on the ground, you're poisoned, and then fuck me.
It's like the ultimate dick combination you can get is like paralyzed and poison. You just on the floor dying. Like, well, this is fun. This is a great hunt. Where's that quad car? Let's go.
But for aesthetics that are just primarily to World, I won't really know. But the monster that has been like my favorite throughout most of the games that is in World, it'd have to be Naga. And even though Nagakuga is not specifically from World, I think it'd still always have to be that. I just love the design of Naga because it's all sleek looking.
Yeah.
It's dark coloured. It's stealthy. It stalks its prey. It is just what strikes me as like the perfect predatorial creature. And I feel that is, if there was a monster somewhere in the world that required hunting, it would be something like that.
Yeah.
It would be some sort of like panthery, stealthy predator sort of thing.
Yeah, Naga's a good shout.
That's always been my favourite. That or Astalos, but obviously Astalos is not in it. So
Yeah, but fingers crossed for future.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I really hope so. I think Glav's had his time now. Miz is on the way. Like just bringing the rest. I want the overgrown Popo. Like,
yeah. Why not? Big old Gamma.
Yeah, that would the Faded 4. That'd be awesome.
Chief, we're down to you, mate.
I think my favorite, honestly, even just looks wise, favorite hunt too. I mean, maybe not favorite hunt, just but looks wise, good hunt, and but it's got to go to Rajang, to be honest. Rajang.
Yeah.
Yep. As soon as I fought him in GU for the first time, and then I was just like, oh my gosh, I wish this monster would just make it into World. He's just awesome. Just looks wise and everything. I loved how he just went pretty much Super Saiyan, how he lit up. And then when they announced him for World, I was just like, oh my gosh, it's game over. Let's go.
I love the cutscene of him like snapping the Kirin's horn and stuff like that. Like that. That was.
I love how he's the only one who screws with the Elder Dragons too. Turf, well, also Devil Joe, but he just
Turf War and a half.
But it's got to go to Rajang, even just looks wise. He's definitely one of my favorites.
Good shout, to be fair. I mean, I feel like Rajang's very Marmite. You either love it or hate it.
It is. I feel.
Yeah.
The only thing that I wish that they kept from the older games of Rajang is when he moves area and he just jumps up into the air.
Oh my goodness. Yes.
It's the most ridiculous thing. And he's just like, you're just looking up like, that's impressive. Like, that's an impressive jump.
There's some impressive leg power.
Like,
I want to see the landing. It's got to do some sort of like superhero landing.
Yeah, it would have to. If not, Capcom. Like
some sort of earth-shattering kaboom, fist into the ground. So like, I'm here, motherfucker. I need it. I need to see it.
That would be amazing. That would be so sick. Well, in that case, let's broaden the horizon. Obviously, we got quite a few free DLCs, which I gotta tip my hat to Capcom about. Like, cannot like diss that at all. That was fantastic. Obviously, we got like Devil Joe and everyone like that come along, but like up until the last one, we're not including the Monster Hunter film collaboration because that does not fucking exist.
Yeah,
that don't exist.
Kind of terrible. Like, I imagine that would have been better if you'd only just hit Master Rank and that dropped.
Yeah,
because then at least the equipment would have been usable.
Yeah, like if that was like right at the beginning, like because we got Fatalis and then that. Like, shut the front door. Like seriously, come on. So up to Fatalis, which one out of all of them was your favorite hunt?
Fatalis, without a doubt.
Yeah, I had to say Fatalis.
Absolutely.
I mean, for me, it's a toss up between Elatrion and Fatalis. Because I like the fact that it forced you to use Elemental. Because obviously, when Iceborne came out, they were really pushing the Elemental. It was like, and I've always been very much of an Elemental build kind of person. So I'll have like 12 different builds for one weapon. Because every single element and status under the sun, like probably you guys have got. But I like the fact that you had to push that elemental damage to get them to like soften down the Eschaton was it? No, was it Eschaton Judgment? Was it Eschaton Judgment?
Yeah.
Was it?
That's what it is. Yeah.
I'm getting confused with fucking Safi. But then the Fatalis hunt is a fantastic hunt. Like as soon as you slap that Dragonator in, you get the music, and you're like, oh,
nostalgia.
That's when I'm at my worst on that hunt because the music comes in, and it's like the pure epic pressure, and I'm like, I'm gonna cart now. Like, at least it'll be the most epic cart ever. Like, let's go. But on about the sieges, KT or Safi. That's a bloody good shout.
Can I? Yeah. Ooh, but if we really had to choose, can we choose the Colby event?
Yeah, I mean,
Mm.
Cove would have to win just because it has the event that you can just hunt it.
Yeah.
But in terms of sieges, no.
No,
Just no.
please no.
No, no.
Yeah.
Like, in all honesty, because I was so hoping for Dalamador, considering that the Rotten Vale's made out of 2 Dalamadors. Like,
Yeah.
Dalamador would have made a great siege because it was a great hunt anyway, and putting that in like a siege kind of form would have been great. But yeah, it just never came, and we were stuck them two. And it's
I think
like,
it'd be hard to do though, with how large they've made the Dalamador in the map.
that's true. To be fair,
It'd be a massive fight.
that is
Like
quite true.
a map scale monster. That'd be like insane.
That would be great.
Oh yeah.
that would be so good. Like that would be a siege. Like I mean,
Oh,
like I remember doing the Lao Shao Lund for the first time. As much of a boring bloody fight it is, but that felt more like a siege than what we got with the other two.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I was gonna say something about that too. That hunt.
Yeah, like I don't feel like the sieges did it. Don't. I mean, I like the idea of it. I like the idea of getting like a hub together and everyone sort of working towards the same thing.
Yeah.
Like that. Like I'm all up for like helping like each other out and stuff like that, and like that kind of bonding together. But
maybe the cold tear off the first little bit where you're using the cannons and dropping the boulders, maybe a teeny bit, but that's about it.
Yeah, that was fun because I felt like you had more stages, whereas like with Safi, it was just a case of like pretty much beat the crap out of it, you get pushed to somewhere else, and then it's like beat the crap out of it again, now hide behind some rocks. And then you get down to the third one, it's like do the same in the second one, apart from you've got to get enough aggro for the boulders to drop, and that's about it. Whereas at least with Cove, you kind of work towards something at the beginning, like all the way through. So for me, it would have been Cove out of the two.
Yeah.
But I mean, I still use some of the Cove stuff now, to be fair.
Oh yeah, definitely. Some of them KR weapons are amazing.
I still use more like Cove stuff than I do Safi. Without a doubt.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think the only thing from Safi I use at the minute is Aqua Shot.
Yeah,
that is literally it.
Yeah, that I'm 100% with you on that. That's literally it. And then having to like farming all your Dracolite again just to get whatever essence. Like,
yeah.
I like the concept of it. Just
the main thing I didn't like about Sieges is when World first came out, Capcom made such a big deal out of the entire game was both doable solo and multiplayer. And then they decide to drop the bombshell. Oh, but by the way, here's a couple of quests that can't be done solo, at least not viably.
Yeah.
So even though we've given you this, that you can do an entire thing solo if you want, or you can do it all multiplayer, now you've got to do this one multiplayer.
Yeah.
So all you solo guys, unlucky.
Yeah, that's actually a very good point. I didn't think about that until you just said that. Actually, I mean, obviously we got the difficulty change.
Yeah, we got
Safi,
it now,
but
we needed that on day one.
Yeah, but does anyone really still do Safi? I mean, I do Safi. No. I do a 4 dual blade Safi run just to get it done in the first one. That's it.
Yeah.
Just because it's like run it.
I kind of try to avoid them.
In all honesty, like if someone ever comes around and says, "Oh, I need," I'm a bit like, "I'll help you," but
yeah, that's usually my reaction. If we have
Safi,
yeah. I mean, I'd rather do a Cove over a Safi because everyone needs Safi stuff for some unknown reason.
Yeah. I still need Safi stuff.
There we go. We've hit the nail on the head right there.
Yeah. One of the bad guys. It's all making sense now.
Yeah. Okay, so obviously we got some new mechanics. So what is your overall opinion of Clutch Claw?
I don't like it.
I have a love-hate relationship with it.
Because I'm kind of leaning with you on this one, Chief. I loved it, but I hated it.
I love the fact with some weapons you can combo in with it. Like with the hammer, you can get the charge 2 and clutch claw after that, or charge 3, clutch claw after that. That was always nice. And then switch axe, if you're it was always just a nice option with the switch axe too, because if you got your sword charged in the process, you can always just clutch claw onto the monster, then just go for the some discharge. So there's always some nice options with certain weapons.
I could definitely see where you're coming from there, like 100%. Like,
Yeah, they have some very good points.
like I liked that you can get like the extra bit of damage. I liked like the wall yeets and stuff like that. I just didn't like the fact that you had to tenderize the monster all over. Like that.
That is the bit that puts me off.
That's what I didn't like.
Yeah. I really hate the fact that you have to tenderize everything all the time.
Yep,
It's a chore.
Yeah, no, it
That's
is.
what it is.
It's 100%. It is a chore, and like especially when you got like a lighter weapon and you've got to do it like 3 bloody times elsewhere, and it's like I just don't want to be sat here clutch clawing for like the next 10 minutes just to you know.
Exactly.
It's a pain. It's such a pain.
And when the monster's being stubborn and you clutch claw it and it'll do the most pathetic attack and shake you off, and then you grab it again and it'll do the same again. You're like, please, I just want to tenderize you.
Yeah.
This is all I want.
Yeah.
Just one, please. Just one.
I think that's what I like from like the other games. Like you didn't have to do that. Like you just go, you hunt the monster. Like, and then now it's like if you want to get like if you want to fast hunt and this, that, and the other, you kind of forced to tenderize. Like I still don't. I don't bother with it anymore. Like, I mean, I'll do it if, for instance, like, going back to Safi, if I have to do Safi or anything like that. But otherwise, I don't really bother. And like what Chief says, if it ties into a combo, like especially with the dual blades, like, I would do it that way. But I'm not going to go out of my way, sit there, just firing a slinger every 5 minutes, trying to get bloody, like, get tenderized all the time.
Yeah.
Me, it's
well, it being involved in combos is pretty good.
Yeah.
I have to admit, I agree with Chief with that. But I think they should just make that part of the weapon. Get rid of the tenderize mechanic, add it on as an extra attack that specific weapon can do.
Like I would have been happy with clutch claw if that was
Oh,
the case.
let's not forget with the sword and shield also. That one has the you roll. Yep.
That's true. Like I like exactly what Lawnix said. If they took out the
and dual
blades,
dual blades too.
Yeah, that was a sick little combo.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, just feel like you're having to force to be tenderizing all the time. Like, that's what I didn't like about it. I like the rest of it. I like the yeets. I like the little combos you could put into there and stuff like that. But I just don't want to keep tenderizing all the time. It just for me, it takes the fun out of the hunt.
It does.
Yeah.
The yeets are good though, I have to admit.
Yeah.
Killing a monster with a yeet is like the most satisfying kill you're ever going to get. Just watching it run into a wall and then quest complete.
That is so much fun. I mean, I'm personally a massive fan of like chucking them off a cliff because they just look so ridiculous when they fall down.
They're just like flailing away.
It's like a proper comic book fall. Like it's so good.
It is. The only kill I've ever had better than that, better than like either throwing it off a cliff with the clutch claw yeet or into a wall with a clutch claw yeet, is Rathalos off of the top of its nest with the water.
Yeah.
Oh,
so pushing it off with that, and then you just see quest complete on your screen. I was just like, no,
that's so
I did
good.
not.
So
I've
good.
only ever done it once, but it was so good.
That waterfall area was just brilliant. I did love that. I love the fact they put in like actual environmental hazards and traps that you.
Speaking of the similar thing to the waterfall and environmental hazards and everything, I finished the game like a long time ago now. And it was only maybe a month ago, maybe a month and a half ago, something like that, that I realized there's an area like that in the tundra area, in the whatever that's called.
Oh, well, like the avalanche bit?
Yeah. I did not know about the avalanche bit that goes into the cave. I experienced that for the first time the other day. And I was like, what is this shit? Like, what is even happening?
Oh dear! What have you been doing? Have you have you just?
I really don't know. I can't even remember what I was fighting. I was just like, "What is happening? And where the fuck am I going? And why?"
That's so good. That's so good. I love. There are so many things which people still don't actually like know about the game. Like I remember, like months and months ago, like when like Iceborne first came out, and like, I saw the wedge beetles. And on the way up the mountain, and like you follow it up there, obviously that's where you get that fucking jellyfish, which I still not fucking got. But we're not gonna go there.
Recently,
I won't say anything.
I've been
an army of them.
Like legit, I've been sat up there for about 3-4 hours, like whilst I'm doing stuff on computer, and it's on the screen right fucking next to me. waiting for this pissing thing to come along, and I've got all the right stuff for it, and I'm there, nothing else. But yeah, but like when you got there, like some people still don't even know that when you go up there is a rusted Kushala up there, like there's a Kushala skin, stuff like that. Like I love the fact that there's still stuff like that which people haven't fully found or is still new. Like that's what I've liked about, especially like the locales and stuff. Like they've added so much into it. Like, they've made it so broad. Like good.
Like Kushala is actually like kind of a throwback towards the older games as well, with the Kushala at the top of the snowy peak on Freedom 2 and whatever else on that map. Whatever other games have that map, rather.
I don't know if I actually got.
No,
I remember.
I can't think what the map's called. I have drawn a mental blank. It's the snowy area where you fight Kezu for the first time. Yeah. Well, the very top area, there's like a little crawl space that you can go through, and then there's a bunch of vines that you climb up. If you've ever done the sub quest where you have to deliver a flag to the top of the mountain.
I can't remember that. I remember going up there for leeches.
Yeah. It's where you get the leeches from, the Kezu whelps.
I don't know if I've seen that.
That is in those leeches are inside a Kushala.
For fuck's sake. Well, I know what I'm doing in a bit. I'm going up there and actually having a proper bloody look. So I was like, oh, leeches, good. See you later.
In GU?
Yeah, in GU.
No.
And in the older games.
I'm gonna have to. All right.
I've never noticed that. Never noticed that. Now I feel like a bit of a dick saying about the avalanche, but you never knew about the avalanche. You just picked fucking leeches out of a dead Kashor and fuck, you didn't even know it was it. It's like, great. Okay, let's go for the curse word. Guiding lands.
Oh, the grinding lands.
I avoid it, but it's not the worst mechanic I've ever seen in a Monster Hunter game.
Mm-hmm.
But if I don't have to do it, I won't do it. The worst thing for it for me is gathering. Not so much the hunting. It's all of the different fucking bones and rocks and everything for all your augments. Holy crap, do you need so many of them things? And yeah, that's too much. The hunts I can deal with, but the gathering resources, no. That's not for me.
Yeah, I would love to just have enough materials to augment all of the weapons, but I'm just like, I'll just rotate it. Screw it. Nope.
Yep. I did exactly the same, especially with the Guiding Reef Stone, like for that health augment. It just gets rotated. I can't be arsed with it. I hate Guiding lands. To the point where I forget it even exists.
And plus, because I only really play it while I'm streaming, I don't have time any other time. So no one wants to sit and watch me mine a rock for like 3 hours so I can get enough for some augments. Nobody wants that.
Exactly the same. I hate it.
I do too.
The only thing that I liked was going to the Rotten Vale area and then going through Zora Mouth. That was it. I can see your face now. Now you're going to want to go into the Guiding Lands now, aren't you? Yeah, so when you go into the Guiding Lands, you've got like the top area and the bottom area. Right, so if you go to the top area, look towards the bottom area, you've got the two routes. You've got like the slide, then you've got the steps. Look at the slide side. Zora's head.
I didn't know.
I mean, it's going to take you about 5 minutes to load in anyway.
Yeah. I mean, I always had a suspicion that the whole Guiding Lands area and everything else came up because Zora had gone wherever it went to die, as the whole story had played out. But yeah, I'd never really looked at that area and gone, oh yeah, this is where Zora ended up.
To get the Master Rank Zora stuff, that's where you get it from.
Yeah.
From all of the Guiding Lands.
Yeah.
Turns out to be a big...
Because they did say that when it had died, it'd make like a whole new ecosystem and all that shit, didn't they? It was like all part of the story. But even though I had suspected that it was the Guiding Lands that Zora had become, I never really put two and two together and saw the thing and was like, so that confirms it.
I only literally come across it by accident. I can't remember what it was. Something flew down there and I looked up and I was like, that looks familiar. And like, so everyone else is like hunting whatever the bloody hell it is, hunting a Val or something like that. And I'm like, that's a fucking Zora head. Everyone's like, well, you just fucking out with the hunt. I was like, dude, look, it's a fucking Zora head. This is Zora Magdaros. But yeah, how did you feel about only being able to level up 3 areas of the Garden Land?
Oh,
You can level them all if you want to. If
I've
you
heard
want to
about
put
this.
in thousands and thousands of hours of your life, then you can level all of them. But yeah, I don't like that.
Nah.
Fortunately,
thanks.
my missus plays the game, so I level up
Mm.
one. I level up 3. She levels up the other 3, and it tallies up pretty nicely.
Which one haven't you got leveled up then?
That's all of them, isn't it?
Oh, there's 7.
No, they added one more. I thought,
So you got the
or
forest.
2 more. They added
is.
2 more. Or
Forest, coral, desert, tundra, volcano, and vale.
Illuvium. And wait, now I've got myself confused now. Forest, wildspire, coral, elder. There's 6.
Yeah,
What?
it's 6.
Where the fuck is the 7th one now been in my head then? Oh my god! I thought there was 7. For fuck's sake!
because wasn't it 4 at first, right?
Yeah,
it was
yeah,
just
it
the
was
4.
4, yeah.
Yeah.
And then they added the Elder's Recess. And they had fuck my life. Oh,
It's an easy mistake to make.
I think it's because there's so much in between shit. It just feels like a whole area itself. Like,
Yeah.
and one thing that really pisses me off is like, because obviously I love the Raider Rider, right? I think that's great.
Yeah.
Not in Guiding Lands. Have you tried using a Raider Rider in Guiding Lands?
Yes.
Mine just goes anywhere but where the fuck I want it to go.
To be honest, mine does that most of the time anyway.
Oh,
Mine just does wherever it wants.
like,
Most of the time I'll
open
use
my
the
map.
Raider Ride.
oh,
I mean,
Oh.
I open my map, I mark a location,
Hmm.
and my thing will run to the nearest track and start sniffing stuff. I'm like, no, I have marked the location on the map. Please just run there. It's like, no. This footprint smells interesting. I'm gonna stay here for a while.
like I'm trying to.
Yeah, mine does that often too.
It's so annoying. Like I'm like, right, I've just like, I know where the Rajang is. Go after the Rajang. It's like, oh, what about this Jagras? It's a bigger version of me. Let's go say hi to Dad. Like, no, no, mate, no. Right, this Uber is shit. Right, this is 1 star. Like Raider Rider right here. Oh,
Yep, exactly.
Oh, I'll use it big time in the ancient forest because I'm like Roanoa Zoro in the ancient forest. I am lost with sense of direction. I'm just like, yeah. So where do I go from here?
That map is
Ancient forest is horrible to me.
Have you tried?
I'm lost.
Have you done the treasures for the ancient forest?
I've done 1.
What treasures?
Yeah.
What treasures?
Good treasure hunting.
Have you not got any treasures yet?
He's going to Google it now. Is there treasures in Monster Hunter? There fucking is.
Yeah,
Treasures?
You get given treasure. You get given treasure locations by the palicos that live in the environments.
Yeah, you got like 10 treasures to get in each locale, and to get them, you have to paw swap, and that is that. If you thought RNG was bad, but holy fucking shit! Like, so I managed to complete the Rotten Vale, Wild Spire Waste, and the Coral Highlands for me to get 4th one in the Ancient Forest, and I started the Ancient Forest. I completed 3 locales, and what I did is I'll go from one locale to another and try to paw swap. I got nothing for the Ancient Forest until I'd completed 3 other locales. It was just so broken. Like, I swear to God, like, World was great to me. Iceborne fucking hates me. Right? it doesn't want to give me a bloody giant flying jellyfish, and it didn't want to give me treasures. Like, it took me months to get them, and it's not because I was like, I'm not going to go looking for them. I'm just going to go on Google and because I can't be. Like, I'm getting close to the end now. Like, I did a lot of them, but when I got to the end of it, I was like, nice for this, and it's that. Find them in the Ancient Forest is such a pain in the arse.
I did the first one in the Ancient Forest. The one you have to jump off where the tree is. Like, so you go to the base camp that's in the tree. There's a little ledge that you jump off next to a flower that you can gather, and then where you land is where the treasure is.
Yeah,
that is the only one that I got.
Yeah,
out of all of Iceborne.
You don't get much for it. If you like doing stuff to your room, then do it. Which I forget. I completely forget that I've even got a room.
Yeah, I do.
Not even gonna lie. But yeah, if you want all that kind of stuff, then I'd say go for it because you do get some cool stuff. But
Yeah.
I did it for Chivos. Was that?
I just did that one and we're like, yep, that's it for me.
Yep, did a treasure hunt. That's it.
Yep, I think I still have that achievement to unlock.
Today you managed to find out that there is even that one to do.
Yep.
Good point.
It was the same with the, what was it, the Linian research, where you had to take all the photos of the cats.
I haven't done any of that either.
I didn't do none of
screw
that. No.
I mean,
I'm not a photographer.
I mean, I've probably got. You need to do 20 of them. I've probably got 3 stars, and the rest are all 1 stars. I'm just like, it just comes up with the little like red paw in the corner. I'm like, yeah, that's that done. I'm out. See you later. Again, just wanted Chivos.
And that's how you get safeguard. I'm pretty. Isn't that like that route? Is how you get safeguard, isn't it? No.
Safeguard. All the like the stuff for when you eat and stuff like that. It's all stuff that you find out and about.
Yeah.
So I think that was one like to get one of the guidelines of safeguard. I think that was to do with. It was the Hoarfrost Reach. One of them one of the rarer ones.
I've still not got all the food.
You know what?
No.
Comes in quite. But I think it's still
Everybody else has it.
Yeah, that is the thing. Like if someone in the lobby does have it, then it's all done.
Yep. I'm just like, yep, let's go.
So, I'll go to another question. I'll come back to it when I remember it. Right, you've got 2 handlers. Right, you got your serious and you got your normal handler. Right, pick one.
I don't like either. It'd have to be serious, but I don't like either. They both backseat game me way too much, and they just need to be quiet. They are the definition of backseat gamer. That is what they are.
Can I pass?
That's so true though. I never even thought about it like that. I never thought about it.
It's like every fight they're just like, use a Nobody. It's like, fuck you. I want how I want to hunt. You don't see me telling you how to give quests out to people. You do your job and I'll do mine.
I mean, I'll give it to the normal handler. Like
she is a mount master.
Exactly.
That is the only thing she's got going for her.
Like,
she rode that devil jaw like a beast.
Oh mate, like she's drinking some old school dash juice. Like she's on there for some time. Like that's impressive. But the rest, like like when you do the Steamworks and then she's there chucking sweet potatoes on, like fuck off, it's a furnace.
Speaking of Steamworks, it's hysterical when the serious handler comes up and she's trying to stop everything, and the Palico just comes out of nowhere and boom.
I mean, given the choice for me, I would go for the serious handler purely because you don't actually have a lot of her around.
Yeah,
like so you don't have you don't have to deal with her as much. Yeah. Whereas the other ones are like, "Hey, Pard, fuck off, Pard. Like, don't pard me. If you want to call me something, call me by my name. How about that? Yeah, never happen. So
the quest council lady's no better either. She's just pure demon.
Oh,
she is. Whenever you speak to her, I just get the instant impression that she's been possessed by some sort of malevolent creature, and I don't want anything to do with her. That is basically it.
She's been waiting for you, Nick.
Yeah, that is it. Every time I've been waiting for you. It's the face. She's like all wide-eyed and shit. She just scares me. I don't like her.
Yes, to be fair, she does have that kind of like, I don't know, like you say for instance you go to the toilet in a restaurant or something and you turn around and you've just got that weirdo there. It's like, hi, did you wash your hands? Like,
yeah, that is
why are you watching me? Like, get away. Do your own thing.
She has got a very, very stalkery sort of feel to her. Yeah, she's not good.
Okay, so with handlers, neither, as I've gathered from you two. So, which one of the chefs? Grand Meowster?
It's got to be Meowscular Chef, without a doubt.
Meowscular.
Without a doubt.
But you,
because he's just hench. As simple as that. He's got character, and then I like how he very delicately puts that little chef hat on the bun on the piece of meat,
Yeah.
even though he's like built like a wall. He's just like.
He's
Just
definitely
very
the
ingenious.
Admiral's Palico, that's for sure. He's
Oh,
got
yeah,
to
yeah.
be the Admiral's Palico.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Definitely.
But-
It's got to be. Got to go to Graham's, definitely.
I mean, she does kind of give you a little bit more. Like, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. If I went to a restaurant and I got either one of them dishes, I'm probably not gonna finish it because there is so fucking much. But you just look at it. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I want to eat their food. I'm not even gonna lie. I would love.
You can
to.
just see how much love goes into her meals.
Yeah, like you know that she's got some big boy lasagna on the go. Like she's the kind of one who turns around like when you got like your grandma or something like that, they'll always just give you like a sandwich or something like that. She's like, you're a grand boy, have a sandwich. You know, like I could just imagine it being like that. Like you just wake up and say, oh, you're a grown up. I'll have this breath of egg. Come on, chow down. I made this po-po lasagna for you. Come on. I'm going to bed. No, you come here. You're grown, aren't you? Fucking food. Like,
yeah, I get that vibe.
It's just everyone in like Celiana is just about like 30 stone, just like just rolling around.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. 30 stone and just face covered in lasagna.
Yeah.
She's just like shoveling it in everybody's face.
Stinks like meat and cheese, eh? Like, okay, so what was your hardest fight? The hardest fight that you had? Because everyone has like a wall in a series, okay, where you get to a certain point as you progress, and you have that wall, and you kind of have to. It's like that whole get good. Like, what was that? What was your wall in World/Iceborne?
That's a tricky one. That is tricky. It's hard. It's hard to choose. I don't think there's really been anything that's particularly stood out as something that I've struggled with.
Oh.
But I think the thing that's taken me the most attempts, or even just more than one attempt to beat, has got to be Fatalis. But then again, Elatrion took a few as well. It's either got to be one of them two. But in terms of a challenging fight, when you fought Fatalis a lot, I'd probably consider the Arch-Tempered Velkhana to be harder.
I would agree with you on that because I feel like it's just like learning the mechanics of stuff like that. Like now I could quite happily go and hunt Alice and not really have a problem.
Yeah, quite easily. The Arch-Tempered Velkhana can still catch you off guard quite easily. Its attacks are really wide range, and that thing knows how to set up a 1-2 combo.
Oh,
without a doubt.
That's very
it
true.
really does.
What about you?
So yeah, possibly that.
For me, shoot, I'd say Fatalis probably was the first one. I would say Fatalis. He was probably the only one who really gave me any sort of difficulty. But after I figured it out, kind of easy.
I mean, for me personally, it's going back quite a lot now. See, but when you first fight Namiao, because I went from World into Iceborne, all right, I'm going to see how far I can go on just high ranks.
Yeah.
Obviously, let's face it, when you start up, really, you kind of got to get to the end before you start making that.
Yeah.
So,
that's it. You can get more defense, but then you lose all your skills.
And I just had Master's Touch with, and I was just like, I'm going to miss my. I just couldn't bear to do it, so I was like, I'll see how far I can get. So I got up to the Namiao point, and that was at the point where I was like, okay, I'm like start making kind of, and then from there, I don't know what it was, but it kind of like the game then just like really, like I don't know what it was. I think around about the time I was playing Dark Souls, so I feel like Dark Souls helped me a lot become a better hunter because let's face it, all you're doing is rolling. You're rolling the fuck out of the way of anything. And when you got that like opportunity to hit, you go for the hit. But I think from there, I then started making like better builds than I had from World, like actually looking into sets and stuff like that. And I think that was like the turning point for me, World Iceborne. And after that, like everything was a lot easier. Like I could make like a few more custom builds for certain monsters. Like Elatron, really easy. Where I'd already been building elemental sets. So when Elatron first came out, we did it really quickly. It's like the same with Safi. I remember there was a few of us, and as soon as Safi came out, we were like, right, let's go. We kind of knew what we were going for over for the recon, and as soon as it came out, I think it was 2 or 3 runs, and we literally got it done. And it was like, that's actually a lot easier because it's like you're just building for the right reasons and stuff like that. So I think when I hit Namiel, then I was like, well, you know, I actually sort of need to be paying more attention to what my builds are for each monster. So I mean, it took me a little while to do Fatalis, but that's only because I didn't want to do Fatalis because it was the last one, and where I'd loved World and Iceborne so much, I didn't want it to be over. So I knew as soon as I started on Fatalis, then I would get the stuff, and that's kind of it, and it's over. So yeah, for me, it would have been like back then, because I mean, I could totally understand the Fatalis side of things, but yeah, I spent so long not fighting Fatalis because it was over, and it was a bit sad. And then they were like, "Oh, we're gonna have one more," and we all know what we got from that. But we're not talking about that collaboration. But yes, on collaboration, because obviously we got the Final Fantasy one, we got the Devil May Cry, we got Mega Man. You know, we got all like the Witcher one and stuff like that. What was your favorite collaboration? Mine was the Monster Hunter film.
The Witcher, without a doubt. The Witcher, all day, love it. I love how the whole quest was set up. The fact that you were Geralt, the fact that it was all voice acted by Geralt's actor, the fact that it was just everything had just got the Witcher vibes to it. It weren't like they'd just gone, okay, here's an event quest, and we're going to give you Geralt's equipment for doing it. They really, really, really went to town on that shit, and I fucking loved it, every minute of it. And it was like how Geralt was interacting with the world, and you could pick up an item or use something, and he'd have a little bit of flavor text to go along with it. I don't know, it was just amazingly well made.
I would agree with you on that. That was
definitely.
Collaboration.
And the thing with the Pookie as well got me. I like that.
Yeah, I always had to go and save the Pookie, Pookie always. And he helps you out in the hunt too.
Yep.
That bloody moment, I swear to God. And like, you know, when you finish it and he's just there looking at you with the cat on top, and you're like, don't leave him.
Yep.
But it's alright because from that point I actually liked Pookie, and then we got Coral, and then I just hated it all. So it was fine.
Oh, yeah, I've heard a tempered Coral.
Just no. But yeah, what about you, Chief? What was your favourite collab? Let's get away from this goddamn water-soaking bastard.
It would have to definitely be the same one. The whatchamacallit, with the Ancient Lesson, definitely.
Yeah.
Shoot. Behemoth. It was a fun hunt, but I don't know. It wasn't. Yeah, they kind of just. It wasn't like. Yeah. What I'm trying to say was like The Witcher was just you compare the two. You're playing as Geralt and everything through the quest, like Nick said. So it's just you just got such Witcher vibes from it too. And then I don't know. Behemoth side, I didn't really feel much Final Fantasy besides the jump maybe.
Yeah.
What else? I mean, what else? Unless I'm missing something. I mean the Poogie, but what else do they really do for the Final Fantasy event?
Got the Moogle.
Yeah, the Moogle thing.
Oh yeah, I mean the Moogle.
Do you have
the Moogle.
the Chocobo music when you're doing the Kuliku bit?
Oh yes, yeah, you have that.
But other than that, that's about it, really.
And the little cactor.
Yeah.
Yeah, cactus.
Yeah, because they're still around now as well, aren't they?
They're still
they are still around.
Are they,
have you found the rare one of them yet?
No, I haven't.
The one with the flower on its head?
No.
Me neither. My missus has got it and I can't find it, and it's doing my head in.
It's like,
I need it.
Can you still find the Necker? Or if you find the Necker, it's done. Like you can't get it again.
I'm not sure. I know I found it, but I don't know if you can do it again. Maybe you can. I'm not sure. I forgot that was even a thing.
Yeah, but no, I definitely agree. I think out of all of them, it would have to be The Witcher. Like the actual one where you are Geralt, it almost feels like you're kind of playing a Witcher game as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I think they did that really well. I mean, second, then it would be the Final Fantasy. Purely because I feel like when Behemoth came in, it almost kind of made it a little bit feel like an MMO. Like when you were first there, people would be like, right, I'll play healer, I'll play tank.
Yeah.
I like that dynamic.
Yeah, I did really like that. And I was gonna also with the Behemoth Hunt did that all the damage and well, I shouldn't say that, but it was cool how they added that Final Fantasy aspect where such and such through life powder, such and such through demon powder.
Like all them little bits and pieces, like the little touches. I like that, and see the at the end, like you can't beat that. You can't beat that. But no, like I found that Behemoth, like once you got the stuff, it was just repetitive. It was just the same old kind of, you know. And like when you'd go against Extreme Moth, and then everyone spamming flash pods, and you're like don't even bother. Like, but then I did like the Devil May Cry and the Mega Man one, purely because depending on what weapon you had, it played different music. And like, have you not done that?
Oh no, I haven't done that.
Like, especially the Devil May Cry one. Do Code Red, do it with one weapon, and then do it with a different weapon, different music.
Yeah. Okay.
Actually, it's kind of fun, to be fair.
But I have used longsword for both of them every single time, so I've always had the same music.
Because I think they are like different themes now. Because I always expected there was going to be a Code Blue, and you'll get like the Virgil set, so you get like the Virgil longsword, like all the layered armor and stuff like that. And obviously you'd have like Lunastra,
and
other blue things, Lodogama.
yeah.
Like you'd have like them, but that never came to fruition. But then a lot of us like the one that kind of I do not like is the Resident Evil one. How did you feel about the Resident Evil?
Oh, I kind of forgot that existed.
It was alright. There weren't really any story or anything to it. The fight was kind of meh. To be honest, the fight in that, if you use the right build, is actually easier than just fighting a normal Valkyrie.
Yeah. No, 100%. Like if I needed parts, 9 times out of 10, I would probably do that one.
Yeah,
just because you don't have to.
Not Valkana, sorry, Valhazak. I know what I mean.
Yeah, don't worry. We know what you mean. Don't worry.
They've both got V's.
You pretty much get infected and then you have a permanent rock steady. Let's go.
Exactly. Yeah. So as long as you've got a decent health augment and you stay in the effluvia stuff, then your health ain't going nowhere.
Exactly. Like I mean, it was a pain in the ass wandering around the place, but it's a damn sight easier hunt. 100%.
Without a doubt.
Okay, so 2 more questions and we'll wrap up. So for this one, if you could add or change one bit in world, what would you have done?
That's tough. That's really tough. Because there are 2 things that immediately jump out that need changing. But choosing one of them is hard. Because on one hand you've got Zora Magdaros. Which is just an abomination. It's just complete and utter abomination to fight. And then on the other hand, you have the handler.
Oh my god.
Which one of these is changing more urgently? You can't choose. How do you choose between those 2? It can't be done. It cannot be done.
Oh my.
I was not expecting that. As soon as you said Zora, I was like, I completely forgot about that. And then you compare it into the handler. I was like, oh, fucking hell, here we go. But it's true, though. You got to kind of admit it is true.
It is definitely true.
Oh, no.
So out of them 2, which one would you get rid of?
Oh.
You can't decide. They both need nuking right now.
I would probably go Zora.
Yeah.
Just to get rid of Gaiden Lands. Like, and actually get like a decent endgame.
Yeah.
Well, or more intriguing endgame.
Yeah. I would have to go Zora.
I mean, I kind of like I guiltily say I did kind of like the
why?
when you
It's just mining run.
when you first do it and
Yeah,
you're crawling around in it. After that is shit. But like that first one, like, and then like I'm not including Arch Tempered, which is what it was even.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
but the first time you do Zora, I enjoyed it. But like if you do like Zora now, even the Arch Tempered version, like you got 30 minutes to do it. You know, you've got to be quick, and you can still get the first bit done easy 5, and you're there. And
Yeah.
you're like,
So what now?
now I'm gonna have to spend the rest of this bloody
Yeah.
10 minutes just getting to the bloody like gate thing.
Exactly.
Like,
So you just sort of sat there like, well, cards? Anyone?
yeah, I literally just sit on the front and I'm like,
Monopoly.
riding a giant horse. And then that's my toilet break, really. I sort of go off, I do what I need to do, make myself dinner, have a shower, come back, and we back up to the gate.
And let's not forget, Zora was the one who ruined your ship in the beginning of the game and forced you to the ancient forest with the handler.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's all Zora's fault.
Damn you, Zora.
Yeah.
What about you then, Chief? What would you have added or changed?
Added or changed? Shoot. Be gone, Clutch Claw, please.
Yeah.
I don't think you're on your own on that one. Definitely don't think you're on your own on that one.
Be gone, please. Be gone. It causes me more harm sometimes than good.
It is good that it adds the sort of dynamic attacks to certain weapons, like you were saying earlier, Chief. But yeah, it's the whole tenderizing thing. It just kills it for me. So I completely agree that does need changing, and I am glad to see it not return so far.
Yes.
With what I've seen in Rise.
Wire bug, I'm loving the wire bug.
Yeah, the wire bug's cool. I like the wire bug because it just reminds me of Hunter Arts, and I really like the Hunter Arts.
I like Hunter Arts.
That's what it exactly reminds.
But I'm not gonna lie. Like, I've only like going on to about Rise. The only thing I've actually done on the demo. I've done some of the hunts like that, but I actually spend most of my time just having a wander around, like looking at the map.
Exploration is amazing.
And trying to get bug.
Yeah.
Like I'm so bad at it. But
I mean, it's one thing learning to navigate the map with it. I mean, that's cool. Don't get me wrong. But then learning to use it in combat as well. There's so much to it. It is really good. I love it so far.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward.
A lot of fun.
Okay, so we'll start wrapping up there. The final question, which is Rise related.
Oh yeah.
Palico or Palamute?
Palamute, without a doubt. I'm always been a dog man. From Chief's icon thing on screen, I would assume Palico, but I don't know. But it's Palamute for me.
Will there be a little snout coming on that Chief picture there?
I don't know. It's such a tough one for me. It really is. Because I don't mind. Like I love wandering the map. Just even with the just with the wire bug and everything. That's so good to me. So much fun. And then it's nice being able to ride on the Palico, but I don't know. I'm still up in the air about it. It's kind of leaning towards Palico.
Yeah. I mean, they do have the uses. I can't deny it. They give you buffs. They heal you. They do all sorts of useful things.
And then, I mean, it's just a demo. So, I mean, what's really going to be added for all the Palicos, Palamutes? So, it's just, I'm leaning towards Palico, but it could change once the full game comes out.
Yeah. I want to see full Palamute mount builds. That's what I want to see. Something that augments the power of your Palamute's attack while you're riding it.
That would be cool.
Because you can attack while you're on it, but let's face it, it's trash. You're not going to kill anything like that.
Oh, it's going to happen. It's going to happen because I'm going to be opening hubs where you're not allowed to get off the fucking dog, right? If you get off the dog, you're out the lobby, mate. Like it's as simple as that.
Oh gosh.
Like we're gonna be like comparing Palamutes. It's gonna be like, yeah, that's what's gonna happen.
Oh.
Oh, there he's
There
back.
he is.
He's back.
There he
we go.
is.
Could have left it 5 minutes, mate.
Tickled my throat.
But yeah, that's it. That's the first discussion. I don't know. Fuck it. I'm gonna call it the blue table. The blue table discussion because everything's blue. Let's go.
it.
Let's go.
Like it.
But yes, thank you, Lawnix and Chief for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, we'll make sure we'll do this again. We'll do this again probably about a fortnight after we've really managed to get our hands into it. Because if we did it in a week's time, we'll be here going, I just want to play it more. Yeah. It's good. It's great. I've still got loads to do, and then at least in like give us.
Can I get back to playing Rise? Like...
yeah, exactly. Just be there. Like,
I'm gonna wrap this up. I've got hunts to do.
Yeah, everyone would just be there, just controllers in hand, just like yeah. So about that, yeah, yeah. Get back on your fucking Palico, Lawnix. We're doing this. Like,
yes.
But no, all of your social details will be in the description below, and so everyone can go check out your streams and your tweets. But yes, thank you guys. I really appreciate that. So
thank you for having us. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you.
So yeah, bye internet people. Thank you for watching. If you've managed to stick around this long.